Hi, this is Brad Davis. This is Advanced Guitar Lesson 1. I had you learn A major scale a few lessons ago, and there was a reason for that. All the modes come from the major scale, and what we're going to talk about right now is the parent mode, which in college music school, what they'll teach you is this way to learn it and play it off of, not really be able to use them to play, but it'll be what the answer they want on a test. So your A major scale being we're going to keep everything in A just like we have been. A major scale is your Ionian mode, so it's the first mode. Okay, that's your Ionian mode. Okay, now for your Dorian mode, you start on the second of that scale, the second note of that scale, and play to the second note again. So in other words, you'll go. Okay, now that's your Dorian, and it's going to go to the Phrygian. You just move it up one note, play that. That's your Phrygian. Move it up another note, play the same scale all the way up and land on that note, and that's the Lydian. You start on the next note up, play it all the way to that same note, that's the Mixolydian. You start on the next note, go all the way to the next one, that's your Aeolian. And the Locrian, you start on the seventh of the scale, which is the right here, and play to the seventh again, which is the G sharp in the A scale. Now that's all your parent modes. So in other words, there's your Ionian, here's your Dorian, and it works. Each one is progressively, you play the next note up, go to the next one. So that gives you your Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. But that's not really the way you're going to be able to play those and use them on your guitar. So what we're going to do is show you how to play them in parallel. And that is where you're going to get a use like Satriani and Steve Vai and these other guys that play in modes a lot. So in other words, being that you know your Ionian mode, your A, Ionian. Okay, now we're going to, because this is only one change in one note, we're going to show you a jazz minor scale or a classical minor scale. And this is simply, you flat the third. 1, 2, C sharp is your third. So you're going to flat that and be a C and play the rest of the A major scale. Now that is a classical minor or a jazz minor. Now your A Dorian mode, now see, all these are going to, instead of moving up the scale, that's from the parent mode, we're going to play these in the parallel. So your tonic for your Dorian mode is going to be your A, and that is going to be same as your A major scale, only you're going to flat the third and flat the seventh, and that makes it your Dorian mode. So that would be, and that mode is considered a minor mode. Your Ionian, of course, being a major scale, is considered a major mode. So that's simply all there is your Ionian mode, your classical minor scale, flat the third, your Dorian mode, flat the third and the seventh. So we can show you various ways to use that. Now, if you were, say you're playing, we're going to play A major. Okay, well you can use your Ionian or A major scale. Or say we're playing in a major 7, you could easily use your same Ionian mode, or you might throw in one of the arpeggios that we learned, which you in the Ionian. Okay, now let's say we're going to go to a minor. Well, we can run, let's go with the first thing we'll use. Instead of using the Dorian mode, we'll use the classical minor or jazz minor. Okay, then we're going to go, I'm going to show you the Dorian with that. Okay, now also that will fit with that minor is this is a way that you can play between all these. We can go from we're going to use the minor. Now we're going to go the Dorian mode. Now we're going to go the pentatonic minor. Okay, so that's your Ionian, your classical minor, and Dorian. And the Ionian is course major, and your Dorian is minor. And you know that you have a classical minor or jazz minor just by flatting one note, the third note. And you can intersperse them just the way I showed you. And what I like to do is you can bounce between these, like I showed you the passing tones on the pentatonic minor, is you can. Okay, but see, when you hit these notes here, when you slide up, you're playing right out of the Dorian. So you can intersperse them any way you want to, but basically we're going to stick with those right now. And next lesson we'll cover the Phrygian and the Lydian, which have more alterations off the major scale. But what we're going to teach you how to do it is play it off the tonic, all off the A note. So you'll actually be able to play these. So whenever you're playing in the key of A, you can play A Ionian, A Dorian, A Phrygian, Mixolydian, whichever. And if you play them as they teach you in school as in a parent mode, it won't fit because your A Ionian will fit with your A. But if you're still playing in A and then you play the Dorian in the parent mode, that's going to be a B Dorian, so it won't fit with it. But anyway, that's enough for you to practice on until next time. And there's only one note alteration in the classical scale, and there's only 2 notes alteration in the Dorian mode. So you ought to be able to pick that up, get those under your fingers, and we'll work on the next 2 modes next time. Thanks a lot, guys.